I am Ennemcien. Natural radioactivity. We know that every system in the universe is engaged in a process to acquire stability. Stabilization or stability is the ultimate aim of every process. Some atomic nuclei, especially heavy nuclei, are not at all stable. So that to achieve stability, such nuclei emit some kind of particles or radiations at a regular basis. These are alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma rays. This spontaneous process is known as radioactivity. Of this, alpha particle is the nucleus of helium, consisting of 2 protons and 2 neutrons, having a mass 4 units and a charge 2 units. Beta particle is a negatively charged particle, nothing but high-speed electrons. So its E by M will be different from that in the orbital, that of the orbital electrons. Then gamma ray is purely electromagnetic in nature. Now there is a fundamental law governing the process. The rate of disintegration when an atom emits an alpha particle, say, its nuclear structure will change. Its mass will reduce by 4 and the charge or atomic number by 2, and it will become a new nucleus. The first one is called parent nucleus and the product is called daughter nucleus. The process, the speed of the process at which parent is converted into daughter is known as disintegration rate or rate of disintegration or activity. By activity or rate of disintegration, we mean number of atoms or nuclei disintegrated per unit time. That is, number of parent atoms converted into daughter in 1 second. And that is expressed by the calculus notation dN by dt. The rate at which the nuclei is converted into daughter in 1 second, or rate of disintegration or activity, that is dN by dt. The law states that this rate of disintegration is proportional to the number of active nucleus present. So we say that dN by dt is proportional to n, where n is the number of atoms remained for disintegration, or number of parent atoms still remaining to disintegrate. Or n is a decreasing function of time. As time progresses, number of atoms to be disintegrated decreases. For example, y equals 1 by x. Y is a decreasing function of x. As x increases, y decreases. So y is a decreasing function of x. Then if you differentiate dy by dx, you get it as minus 1 by x square. So whenever you differentiate or you take the rate of change of a decreasing function, the rate will be negative. So we put a minus in advance to show that n is a decreasing function of time. dN by dt equals minus lambda into n, where lambda is a constant called radioactive probability or disintegration constant or decay constant. So this is the basic law of radioactivity. This is a first order equation because the differential is first order differential. Differentiation only once. D square n by dt square represents second degree differentiation or second degree equation that refers to differentiation twice. This is only one differentiation once, that means first order differential. So this any process, nuclear reaction, radioactivity is a nuclear reaction. Any reaction or any process represented by this type of equation is called a first order reaction. First order reaction has a peculiarity. Incipient gusto. It is high spirit at the beginning. As the job is getting reduced, the speed of the job also gets reduced. If you appoint a worker in our home, in the morning at the beginning, he will do the work at a faster rate, with a great spirit. As time progresses and the work to be finished diminishes, he becomes slow. He takes rest and do it slowly. That is the nature of every first order reaction. So radioactive process is a first order reaction. And this is the equation representing a first order reaction. Now just you have to solve this. Here there are two variables, n and t. These two variables are distributed on either side of the equal sign. So you have to separate them such that one variable comes to one side of the equal sign and the other variable to the other side. That is called variable separation method. So you can write the same equation as dn by n. dn by n equals minus lambda into dt. Just to integrate this, integral dn by n equals minus lambda is a constant. You can take it outside the integral. So minus lambda into integral dt. This is of the form integral 1 by x. Integral 1 by x is always logarithm of x. I have discussed calculus for physics in one or two postings in simple language. Try to see that posting. Then only you can enjoy this to full spirit. So this is log n, integral of this, equals minus lambda into integral of dt, sum of small dt's. You will get the total t. So minus lambda t plus c. C is a constant of integration. Now let n equals n0 at t equals 0. Let n0 atoms be present initially. So you put this value in this equation, put n equals n0 and t equals 0. Then you get log n0 equals 0 plus c, or c equals log n0. You replace this c with this value, then you get log n equals minus lambda t plus log n0. You take this log n0 to this side, so then you get log n minus log n0 equals minus lambda t. Or log a minus b is always log a by b. So this is log n by n0 equals minus lambda t. You can rewrite this in the exponential form. For example, 8 is 2 raised to 3. That means 3 is the logarithm. That index 3 is the logarithm of 8 when the base is 2. That's the meaning of that. Here, this is equal to logarithm of this is equal to minus lambda t. This is natural logarithm. That means base is e. 8 equals 2 raised to 3. Their base is 2. 8 is expressed in power form with base as 2. Here the base is e, so you can write this as n equals n by n0 equals e raised to minus lambda t. 8 equals 2 cube. So log of 8 to the base 2 equals 3, just like that. Or n equals n0 into e raised to minus lambda t. This is known as disintegration formula or decay formula. Here n is the number of atoms, number of parent atoms left for disintegration. N0 is the initial amount. Lambda is disintegration constant. T is the time at which number of atoms remains to be integrated as n. This is the disintegration formula or decay formula. We will see the rest in another posting. Thank you.